Hey there fellow proxies, I hope you guys are all doing well. So today in this video, I have some exciting new pieces of info to share with you guys related to the new characters and changes coming to Zenless Zone 0 in the upcoming updates. This includes new leaks related to Ellen Jo potentially getting buffed in version 2.0, full kit details for XUAN, and also a very major quality of life feature being added in the next update as well. But before we begin, let me just give you guys a quick disclaimer that all of the info presented in this video is taken from various different sources and can be subject to change in the future. With that out of the way, let's begin without wasting any more of your time. Starting with the info related to the popular character Ellen Jo potentially getting buffed. So, according to some info from a recent source, the character Ellen Jo will be getting major buffs to her kit in the next patch, which is version 2.0. While we didn't get any info relating to the buffs themselves, the source did state that the buffs will be optional, as in order for the character to receive the new buffs, the player will have to log into the game, then go into the character's corresponding interface and click the Enhance button in order to upgrade the character into their newly buffed kit. However, the source then did provide a slight caveat that once the character has been upgraded into their enhanced state, it will no longer be possible to revert back to their initial unenhanced kit. This is honestly some pretty exciting news. Ellen, who was initially the strongest ice DPS back when the game released, has now been almost completely power crept by new stronger ice-based damage dealers like Miyabi and Hugo Vlad. So with her now getting buffed, it'll hopefully bring her closer in power to the newer DPS units we have gotten since her first banner. Next up, let's now go over the news related to a new major quality of life change that we are set to receive in version 2.0. So according to some recent data, Mind Info, starting with version 2.0, players will now be able to acquire a new item called Fairy Food, which is essentially an auto-complete HDD commission pass, which will essentially allow you to automatically complete any in-game commission and instantly receive all of its completion rewards, which is actually pretty useful for the players out there who don't have the time to spend completing the commission quests, but still want to receive the completion rewards such as Polychrome, for example. Furthermore, another neat thing about this auto-complete item is that it ignores the first-time completion requirements. So you basically don't even have to complete the commission for the first time in order to use it. And finally, let's now go over the full kit details that we got related to the upcoming 2.0 character, XUAN. Starting with her basic attacks, which actually has 4 versions. First is the standard basic attack, which performs up to 5 attacks, dealing ether damage. Next is basic attack Grand Tai Chi formation, which is gained after activating the dodge patrol state when performing a dodge and then pressing the basic attack button, which then deploys a field, which deals ether damage. Additionally, it also automatically triggers the 5th hit of the standard basic attack after the move ends. Then there is the enhanced version of the second basic attack, which is gained after either having an ultimate charge and activating dodge patrol, or when having ultimate points after activating enhanced special attack ball explosion. Like the unenhanced attack, this version also deploys the same field that deals ether damage. However, it then releases the 5th hit of basic attack wing explosion after the move ends, and also recovers 10 fury points per second for 3 seconds when first activating the move. And finally, there is basic attack wing explosion, which is automatically activated after basic attack Grand Tai Chi formation ends. This then launches explosive attack, which deals massive ether damage. Next is XUAN skill or special attack. First is the normal skill, which just deals some ether damage. Then there are 2 versions of the enhanced skill. The first version is called Wing Flap, which is activated by holding the skill button after XUAN has sufficient fury to charge the skill, and then deals massive ether damage upon release. When charged up to the maximum amount, this attack deals extra hits of damage. And when she is attacked at the moment of activation, it increases XUAN's interruption resistance while making her immune to the damage, and additionally recovers 12 points of fury. The same effects are also achieved when the attack hits an enemy with a yellow or a red flash. Then there is the second version of the enhanced skill, which has 2 parts, which are called Gather Tai Chi Ball and Detonate Tai Chi Ball. The first part of the move charges the attack by holding the skill button, And upon release launches an energy ball, which deals massive ether damage. The second part of the move then detonates the energy ball, which deals further massive amounts of ether damage. Moving over to the main meat of XUAN's kit, which is her core passive and additional ability. Beginning with the core passive, which is pretty long, but to sum it up, the damage caused by XUAN's enhanced basic attack wing explosion, enhanced skill, assist follow-up, chain attack, and ultimate are all considered sheer damage and damage increased by 60%. Sheer damage is basically damage that completely ignores the enemy's defense and uses sheer as the move's damage multiplier. XUAN gains additional sheer based on her maximum HP, with each point increasing her sheer by 0.1 points. Furthermore, when consuming Fury, XUAN accumulates Talisman value, gaining 0.5 points of Talisman value for each point consumed. And when this Talisman value is sufficient, she is then able to release an additional second type of ultimate called 1000 Talisman Attack. Moving over to the additional ability, which is triggered when there is either a stun character or both support and defense characters in the team, and states that when any teammates in the party uses their ultimate, XUAN continuously recovers 3 Fury points for 10 seconds. And when switched out by Extreme Assist, she automatically launches a Lightning Strike, which deals damage equal to 225% of her sheer value and recovers an additional 10 Fury points. And additionally, after using her ultimate, XUAN's crit damage is increased by 40%. And finally, there is XUAN's chain attack and ultimate. Starting with her chain attack, which causes XUAN to advance forward to attack, which is then followed up by a wing explosion, dealing massive ether damage. And finally, there is XUAN's ultimate, which has 2 versions. The first is the normal version of the ultimate, which is activated when decibel level reaches the maximum amount, and deals massive ether damage. While the other ultimate is the 1000 Talisman Attack, and is activated when XUAN has max Talisman value, and also deals massive ether damage. This version of the ultimate takes priority when both decibel and talisman value are maxed out. So that's pretty much all of the information that I have for this video. If you found the info in this video helpful, feel free to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the latest Zenless Zone 0 news and information. That's it for now, so I'll see you in the next video.